The tariff lobby, headed by the globalist and always wrong Wall Street Journal, is working hard to justify countries like Canada. I love that Trump gets to create his own grammar, randomly capitalized. Like, these are the types of emails that I get that I'm like, oh, fuck, this guy might be schizophrenic, I think. Like, these read, if he could only have like bold and italics and underlines, I'd be like, oh, this guy's a schizo that's emailing me right now. The tariff lobby, headed by the globalist and always wrong Wall Street Journal, is working hard to justify countries like Canada, Mexico, China, and too many others to name, continue the decades-long rip-off of America, both with regard to trade, crime, and poisonous drugs that are allowed to so freely flow into America. Those days are over. The USA has major deficits with Canada, Mexico, and China, and almost all countries owes $36 trillion to these deficits. It's not related. Okay. And we're not going to be the stupid country any longer. Make your product in the USA, and there are no tariffs. Congratulations. That's what tariffs are. Yeah. Why should the United States lose trillions of dollars in subsidizing other countries? That's not how that works. That's not what that means. And why should these other countries pay a small fraction of the cost of what USA citizens pay for drugs and pharmaceuticals, as an example? This will be the golden age of America. Will there be some pain? Yes, maybe and maybe not, but we will make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must be paid. Oh, so there will be pain. Yes. Maybe and maybe not, I guess. But we will make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must be paid. This is it. There it is. So the inflation is going to get higher. Prices are going to get higher. Life will get shittier. But it'll be worth it because they have to suffer more than we do. There it is. There we go. We are a country that is now being run with common sense, and the results will be spectacular. I feel like Trump should be 25th Amendmented, or like or wait, is that one of them is really bad? The coup, what do you overthrow the government? This talk is crazy. This should, like, somebody around him should instantly, like, take over or depose him as a leader. We pay hundreds of billions of dollars to subsidize Canada. Why? There is no reason. We don't need anything they have. We have unlimited energy, should make our own cars, and have more lumber than we could ever use. Without this massive subsidy, we don't subsidize them, Canada ceases to exist as a viable country. Harsh but true. Therefore, Canada should become our cherished 51st state. Much lower taxes and far better military protection for the people of Canada, and no tariffs. What is this? Are we actually seriously trying to get Canada to become a state? Is that what we're talking about? Or, yeah, his whole timeline reads like AI slop of like fucking maggots. It's insane. Can you explain why you think Trump is doing this? No, I can't. I cannot. At least with like Putin or like dictators, usually you have a, you like understand what the point is. Like, people will engage in propaganda and they'll lie, but they lie intentionally. You know why they're lying. You know what the purpose is. Like, it's a waste of time for me to even say this. But what Trump is talking about here, when Trump is saying we need to make Canada a state, or we should make Mexico a state, he's technically correct, and that would help like our economies. But what he's talking about there is globalization. Making them a state, you're talking about creating a super government that rules over larger swaths of territory, that reduces barriers to trade and immigration, increases things like financial and market integration. Those are globalist ideas. Currency integration, these are globalist ideas. When he talks about making Canada a 51st state or Mexico a 52nd, you're talking about these are globalist ideas. But nothing is like consistent in this world. Like, none of this is an ideology that can be analyzed from any kind of like logical or you have to like figure out the emotion behind every statement and just go from there. I feel like I got friendly with the anti-woke coalition over the past few years, but now it feels like they're walking off a plank into extremism, and I feel frustrated about it. Being anti a bad thing doesn't make you right by default. Righteous revenge is not compassion. Like, how are you? Listen, I think that this is a very, very, very wise statement to make in 2018. How? In 2025? Like, where have you been? Hello? Where have you been? Where are we? Hello? There is unironically a very easy way to make Trump learn from his actions here, but it's mostly cucked by Alberta being a Republican wannabe province. If they actually shut off all oil exports to America for 2 to 3 weeks, it would obliterate the U.S. consumer by launching diesel and gasoline prices to a fucking ridiculous degree. Yeah. Although I worry that in a weird way that it could help us if gas never really was as big of a deal and a whole bunch of oil becomes more accessible now because the price goes higher and we like jumpstart a whole bunch of fracking and shit to go after stuff that we wouldn't have ordinarily gone after. There's like a weird way that could backfire. You're LGB because the left was not graceful in their victory. You gloat, your progress gets erased when the pendulum swings back. This time it swings so hard it might wreck the entire building. Oh, I'm sorry. We gloat? I just want you to know that if I had your address, I would be spamming it in my chat right now. Actually, the thickest, strongest nylon rope that you can find, please God, get the fuck out of here. Conservatives are the masters of telling you what they do and then telling you that this is why you can't do it. Unbelievable, bro. This is a disgrace. Are you serious?
What do you think is the best way to understand Trump coin, given that there's no intrinsic value? What purpose does it serve beyond as an advertisement marketing tool for him?
I don't even think, and that's not even true, because liberals weren't even gloating. After Biden won, we were in shock and awe because you fucking retards tried to coup the government. We didn't even have time to gloat. We didn't even get the opportunity to gloat because we were like, holy shit. Are you guys trying to fucking revolt? Are you guys having an insurrection right now? Are you trying to fucking take over the fucking... Are you serious? We didn't have time to gloat. Are you actually serious?